Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Reactober. Welcome back to the red tint as well. Fun fact, last year, the red tint over myself was accomplished physically. Which was a pain in the ass. I had filters over my lights. And yeah, by the end of last year and the start of this year, I have wised up and have done this digitally. I could make the effect much more dramatic if I chose, as seen here. But I think this is just a little bit too much for, your viewing pleasure. So I have chosen the slightly less intense this. A little bit too much blue, actually, in my opinion. Nah. That little purple tint works. There we go. Oh. Anyway, this is a show I've wanted to do for a while for the channel. Made in Abyss. I've actually seen the first episode back when it was airing, which, you followed me for a while, this happens a lot. I'm like, oh, this show's amazing, I love it, I can't wait to continue it, and then I just didn't, which is extremely valuable for reaction video purposes, but I'm getting sick of having to say this. I've seen this partially. Eventually, we'll get through all the shows I dropped for no reason, and then I'll be like, hey, I genuinely have seen none of this before. Woo! Oh, I remember the two principal characters. The main girl, I'm pretty sure she's blonde. And the little kid who's, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be a robot or something to that effect. Maybe like a homunculus or something. I'm looking forward to this one because, not so much right when it first started airing where it had some good buzz, but as it went on, more and more people were piling on how great the show was, amazing. And I'm ready. Last year, I did Higurashi, which, as far as the reaction part of doing these videos, is probably my favorite series I've done on this channel for how much it gave me to work with. So maybe I'll get lucky again with Made in Abyss. Full reactions are available on Patreon, or if you want, you can pull up your copy of Made in Abyss, Season 1, Episode 1. I think it did have a title, The City of some such. And press play on it when I press play. When the timer reaches 0. Doo-doo. Nat. Okay, so they have, like, jobs? Okay, so they're, like, scavenging. That's right, because I think this is supposed to be them stuck in the city kind of situation where everywhere else is, unknown or dangerous. So there's not... So... What do they bring back relics for some purpose, or just because they're explorers? The truth of the abyss, yeah. Oh yeah, the abyss. I believe it's just literally this huge Tartarus-style chasm. Wait, what? Starting the timer at 58. In 3, 2, 1, go. Does that happen regularly? That's not ideal. That might not be the best society. So she must not be scared of heights at all, which, granted, for what she does, I think would be kind of a necessity. They're really dumping some, rapid fire, like, little bits of, the tidbits of the lore here. Okay, so this girl's massively strong. Oh, critters were cool looking. Okay. What? Ah. Yeah, I mean, like, man, I would love to see, like, a short film or something about a kid like this in the Fallout universe. Just living in the apocalypse, not necessarily being an outsider to it, kind of like the main character of New Vegas, but he lost his memory too. He wasn't really actively on his day to day. Also, she. I think this is one of the things the show got praised for quite a bit was the okay, so the guy's Nat. Okay. What's her name? Praised for the amazing creature designs, but oh no. Again, this little girl is phenomenally tough because she should be dead. But like, you look at her technique there. She curled up into that ball for the rolling purpose. It's like this girl's used to adventuring. Hey, and she's like, my arm's broken. No, wait, no, it's not. Wait, I wonder if they're gonna come back to that. You fell in the correct direction. Okay. Yeah, don't die. Is this the robot dude? And if I remember correctly, this powerful of an attack, like, put him in a coma or something, right? Yeah, this it saved you is an understatement. Set the world on fire. Is there like a little pearl at the center of that crystal? I'm sorry, but I don't think he does need that. Possibly. Chest compressions! Never mind. Let's focus on the not breathing part, huh? Would you be so sure about that so quickly? I get that there's a couple of obvious factors, but I wouldn't immediately jump to robot! I'd be more like he's got prosthetics or something going on. Granted, we don't know quite the technology levels of this world, but she seemed surprised enough. Where things really get started. Hey! That's ingenuity right there. Ooh, what's her deal? So far, also, the animation is quite simply gorgeous and amazingly fluid. Also, digging the art style. The City of the Great Pit. Screw you. He's up? Oh, no, different kid. Shiggy. Yeah, it's... Uh, okay, her name's Rico. Is it the girl from the entrance? Nope. Director, very different character. Okay. This kind of reminds me of, I believe it was an orphanage in Ernest and Celestine. Is the the mischievous nature of the main character from there. Oh, she's stern, but I bet she has a heart of gold. Fair enough. So pretty much everyone gets into the same excavation work. One more time on that line. Starting the timer in 10:22. In 3, 2, 1, go. Those who lost their equipment fulfill a request at General Affairs. So this happens. There's one kid up there who's so short he can't see over his desk. Ooh, this is an orphanage. Okay. Did she look straight at her? Yes. Ah, child labor. Gotta love it. So that happens. It does happen regularly? What the fuck? I'm taking it back. Heart of gold? No. At best, heart of silver, depending on the future of the character. At best. What the fuck? That's just the normal punishment. Wait, aren't you supposed to lie about this? Oh, well, now. Okay, so she was in an area where it really shouldn't have been that bad. It just unlucky. Fair enough. You got work to do. You're still young. Yeah. They're implying heavily that all the parents are gone, though, so I assume the mom's dead. Alright. You got lots of things to focus on. Don't allow emotions to take you over. You had a great secret hall. Kind of bold to assume that he's gonna wake up with how little you know. Ooh, that was sound. That was cool. Whatever. I guess that's a reasonable attempt, given robot, but. Wow, these kids are little engineers, aren't they? Oh, I think he has memory loss, right? I'd love to find out that it was them doing the electricity thing that cut his memory. Nothing about before. What? Take these things out of the children's rooms. This is an awful orphanage. Your director lady has officially moved up to bronze at best as a human being. Like no matter how amazing what she does from here on out. I mean, I think that was more of ow, 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 pain made me move. Cut your own lights too. I tell you what, this orphanage that trains explorers, whatever, or excavators, whatever they're primarily called, is training some seriously, skilled miscreants. Did the robot move too? Smart robot. I'd be like, why did you build an electric chair? Who's trying to die? Ooh. Hi, Spider-Man. I'll give her plenty of time to come up with an explanation, at least. Ooh, you're good at following context clues, actually. Quite like that. Quite like that. I never like overly dumb comedic characters, for the most part. And you would expect with him, the amnesia, little kid, that they would write him that way. Would you run away from him? So, he's like Commander Data. Got it. Oh, that's awesome. And he's like an expert at using it. Must be muscle memory, which he might have, depending on what kind of machine he is. Rico, Nat, and one other I don't know. Well, that's kind of fucked up. Come here, boy. Something happened in the mornings. Sunrise, cool. Ooh, they're giving us our first proper look at the whole landscape here. So they're all really bunched in. I wonder if this is the majority of humanity or something like that. Attack on Titan situation. Orth. And that's the Abyss. I mean, why does it need to be the bottom? $1,900. Okay, so this isn't This is just this community that's here. It's not all of humanity. Now let's explain how the child labor happened so easily. Because clearly you're an advanced society slash civilization. It's kind of impressive that that's gone on for this long. I? Ah, that's so cool. And the further down you go, the different weird, it's more like a little world at each level of the abyss. It looked like at 100 meters down, it didn't look like she was underground, really. I am with passingly reasonable confidence. I think I'm gonna love this show. It's got first off, it's not one of those shows that I've heard like, oh, this ended so horribly, that kind of situations. I'm not really worried about that. So, I like the characters, each of them. I the other two kids, outside of Rico and Reg, Nat and whoever the other kid is, I need to learn more about them to decide if I like them or not, but I like the director for what little characterization she has, plus whoever the other guy is that's helping run the orphanage that came to after the blackout. I like all the characters, I like the general concept. This one seems like a winner to me. I think. Ooh, we got one of those. It's like little learning segments or whatever you'd oh, never mind. I was expecting a like, well, how you sometimes you get like after the episode, little tidbits or details that are fun, or just a little skit like they do in Demon Slayer. Anyway, they're probably gonna find different creatures and monsters at each level of the abyss, but I suspect that we're probably gonna find just as many horrors and dangers among humanity at the top level. Oh, especially how creepy and disturbing they're making the general society seem. Child labor, disturbing punishments for children who are out of line. Um, and probably a lot worse than that too. uh, all right. See you guys next time.